Hi guys, welcome to Origins Computer Classes once again. Today I'm going to start new data structure, that is arrays. Okay, so what are arrays actually? See, till now we have learned about variables, right? So what happens when we declare any variable? Say I am declaring here int a. Okay, now see, this can be in any programming language, say Java or C. Okay, today I will be showing code in both Java and C. Okay, but these data types in both the languages, it is mandatory to mention the data type, right? Now what happens when we actually declare a? So it actually in the memory there may be something called this bytes. Okay, and among these bytes inside here somewhere a may take 4 bytes, right? See, in Java it is always data type is same, always the size of data types are same in every, because it is architectural neutral. But in C I am considering it 64-bit compiler, okay, for C. And if I talk about Java, as Java is architectural neutral, so int will be 4 bytes everywhere. Now if I talk about this, so A will be taking some 4 bytes in the memory. Okay, right? And this way, if say base address in the memory is 100, it will be like 100, 100, 200, 3, like this. So this was about a single variable. Okay, now what can we do with this single variable? We can store only one value at a time, right? But there are specific areas where we need to store more than one data in only one variable, right? These are the variables where we are able to store. Say if I am declaring int a is equal to 10, then it can only hold 10. Other than 10, no values it can store, right? Other than 10, it will not be able to hold any more values. Okay, but see, there are specific areas where we need to store more than one value in just a single variable, more than one information in a single variable, right? Now say suppose for an example, suppose say we need to generate some even, or we need to store even numbers. Okay, now if we store even numbers specifically in these variables, then we need to do int a is equal to 2, right? Again b is equal to 4, c is equal to 6. And if I ask you to store around 60 even numbers, then won't it become hectic for you to, I mean, obviously you need to declare 60 variables in that case. Int a is equal to 2, int b is equal to 4, like this, right? Int a is equal to 2, then b is equal to, int b is equal to 4, int c is equal to 6, and so on up to int, say something called z is equal to 60. Okay, so around these are 26 alphabets, and another you need 26, and so on, you need to declare 60 variables. So we have a better way of doing this. What can we do? We can take an array. Now what is an array? If I go by the definition, so an array, we can say it is a linear data structure. A data structure, remember it, a linear data structure which stores elements of same type. I mean the data type which I will be declaring, I will be using to declare the array, it will store values of that data type only, but it can store contiguous elements. elements in a contiguous location. Let me show you with an example. The term may be like, these are the new terms I am talking. So say, first of all, I am showing you in both the languages. This is Java and this is C. Okay, both will, the things that are taking place in the memory will be same for both the languages, but of course there are different languages. One is object oriented programming language and another is not an object oriented programming language, so both the syntax will be different. Now suppose say I want to declare, this is a long strip of memory. The concept of array is like that. If this is a long strip of memory, and I want to declare a variable in such a manner that it should occupy 4 bytes each. Say if it should have different slots to store variables, elements. In a single variable, I should have different slots to store different elements. That is the concept of array, but they will be in a contiguous location. See, contiguous means if one slot is present here at the from 100 to 103, okay, 101, 102, the next slot should start immediately after this slot, right? The next slot should start immediately after this slot. This is called contiguous allocation of memory. This is termed as contiguous allocation of memory. So this is first slot, okay, this is second slot, this is third slot, and so on, right? So how can we do this actually? And this slot will be containing some value, this slot will be containing some value. Okay, so say suppose I want to store 5 elements in a single variable, and the data type of the element, say I am considering integer for now. So in Java, the way of declaring is, see, as Java is an object oriented programming language, in Java everything is represented in terms of class. So int comes from integer class, yes or no? Now, so how to declare it? Since we are declaring a new space in a memory, so first write the variable name. Okay, int a is equal to now, since we are declaring a new int, this symbol, this square bracket I have used to represent that this variable will be an array. Okay, up to this it is I am showing that a will be an array. Fine. Now how to bring up a new space in memory? It should take some space in memory, right? So how to let the compiler know that from how many slots it should take, how many slots it should allocate, right? So first of all, as this Java, so new keyword for a new object I am creating in the memory, for a new object I am creating, because see, a will be having its object, okay, right? And now again the variable name, as because the class of a class, I am from the integer class, int is coming, right? So int a array bracket is equal to new, the same variable name, but now inside the square bracket just mention the size. Say I want to store 5 elements, so 5, right? In case of C, it is simple, as it is not object, so just a single variable. It will be treated as a variable only. In Java also it is treated as a variable, but it is like an object of the integer class. Getting my point? This a is treated like it is actually an object of the integer class. Okay, I am creating an object of the integer class. but in case of C it is like a variable only. Okay, int a of 5, just as simple as that. Okay, other functions what I will be doing with the arrays, all will be same. The syntax in Java and syntax in C, both or everything will be same. Okay, so now, so this is just we have declared the memory. Okay, so it will be having 5 slots like this. One, two, three, 4 and 5, fifth slot. Okay, now, so 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, and so on. It will continue. Okay. Now, see, we have nothing to do with these addresses. Just we need to know that if this is array A, I am drawing a shorthand form of this. Okay, if this is your array A, it will be having 5 slots. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I am zooming each slot, so each slot, as this is an integer array, this A is of integer type, right? So as this is an integer array, it will, if I zoom in each slot, it will be having 4 bytes each. Each slot is having 4 bytes. Okay, so actually this is the memory representation I have shown you for your knowledge, but actually you have nothing to do with this. If I am storing any value, say I am storing randomly 10 here, 20 here, 30, okay, so it will be stored here like this, 10, 20, 30. It will be occupying, each slot will be occupying 4 bytes. That's all. That much knowledge you should have, you must have about memory allocation in array. Okay, and see, even in case of C, we have a concept called pointers. We can also access these elements using pointers, so we can use address values. But see, in Java we don't have any concept of pointers. It uses pointers internally, but we cannot access them, right? So we have another concept now. Now just I am erasing this. See, memory, this much. I hope it is clear how it is getting allocated in the memory. In the short, we will be always using this structure. Okay, this is the shorthand form of array. So say 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right. Now, how to access these elements? First, there are two things. One is how to enter the values in an array, right? How to store the values in an array. Second is how to access these values, whatever I have stored in an array. Okay, so so there is a concept called indexing. Now Java and C both uses zero based indexing. What do I mean by zero based indexing? Nothing, just it will start counting the slots from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, see, if there are 5 elements, so last index will be 4. If there are 6, the last index will be 5. Okay, from 0 to 4 it is 5 slots. From 0 to 5 it is 6 slots. Okay, and so on. Like, if there are n, if the size of array is n, and it will have the index up to n minus 1, from 0 to n minus 1. Right? Fine. So now this was all about how to access array. See, declaration also, we have 2 methods. See, this kind of declaration we mostly use when we want user to enter the values. Fine. But if there is a need that you being a programmer need to store the values for some purpose, then there is another method. See, this is the first method of declaration. This is the first method of declaration in both the languages, okay? This is in case of Java, this is in case of C. Second method, being a programmer, you want to store values. So int a is equal to opening braces. So suppose again you want to store 5 elements, but those 5 elements should be of integer types, and you know those values. So just write it randomly, separating with a comma. Say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is another way of declaration. So this symbol represents that A will be an array, and how will it? See, this declaration is same in case of C also. It is applicable in C also. Okay. For C also same. Applicable in case of C also. So how will it look like? So again same. It will allocate the memory like this, and this will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these were the declarations, how to declare an array. Declaration of an array. Right? So this was all about declarations. Okay. Now, but this is not all. What we want users to give the value. Okay. Right. So how to do that? Do you have any idea what can I do to access each of these indexes? See, in case of Java and C, we can write A. This is, I am writing about how to access the elements. Accessing elements in an array. Accessing elements in an array. Okay. How can we access it? Now A of index value, that's it. Inside the square bracket you need to write the index value. Right? Say if I write A of 0, this means it will give 10. Okay. If I write A of 3, see, A of 0 means this is the index 0, so 10. A of 3, this is index 3, right? So it will throw 40. This is the way of accessing. Let us see a program in both Java and C. First I am writing a Java program, and then I will be going for C. Okay, just simple basic program. Okay, say suppose the question is write a program to take elements in an array. I mean take elements from user in a contiguous allocation and just display the elements. Okay, right? So first Java. First I am declaring the packages. Say import java.io.start. Okay, import java dot util package we require because we need to take input from user. Then class, just you can take random names other than the 4 rules of naming a class, which should be avoided. The rules that tell you which names should be avoided. One is reserved keyword you should avoid. Second is you should not start with a numerical value. Okay, class name should not have any blank spaces, right? And special characters of course are not allowed. Okay, now so class say ARR. Okay, I am taking ARR for array. Okay, now so now every program starts from its main function, right? In case of Java, what is the main function? So first we need to mention the access specifier. So main function in Java is always public. Okay, then static, so that it JVM doesn't need to create any object for main. Void main string args, right? Now our program starts. Okay, from here we can start our program. These are the basic things we need to do. We need to wrap everything inside a class. Now we need an array. Okay, so first what can we do? Let user decide what can be the size. Okay, so say int size. This is going to store the size of the array. We need to take input from user. So scanner class object scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in. And let us take the size input from user. So system dot out dot println enter size, and then we can write int a is equal to new int, then okay, before that we need to take input from the user. So size is equal to sc dot next int. Size is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so size is equal to sc dot next int, because we need to call, this is the object of the scanner class. Okay, dot next int. Okay, next int is the function inside a scanner, inside the scanner class. Okay, that is referring that this variable will be storing integer value. Okay, the values which user will be giving, that will be an integer value. Now, and so int a is equal to new int size, right? Int a is equal to new int size. This is we have declared the array of size, right? I mean size will be given by user. If user gives 5, then an array will be declared of size 5. Okay, I mean 5 blocks will be created in memory. Now whatever the elements, I mean we need to take the elements also from the user, right? So we can give user a message system dot out dot println enter elements. Now, so what can we use to take input in each block? Say size is 5. If user gives size as 5, so array will be of size 5. 5 slots will be created. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, if I am accessing a of 0, I can write a of 0 is equal to sc dot next int. But then again, I need to take input for a of 1, again a of 2. And we don't know the value of size. If user gives 100, then up to a of 99. And we also cannot predict what value has been given by the user. So what can we use? The new learners, please pause the video and think for a while. Ready? So see, we need to access each of the individual indexes, so we can use a loop, right? We can use a loop. I am using for loop. You can also use while loop also. Okay, while loop can also be used. So say I am declaring here I. Okay, I has been already been declared. You can also declare here int I. Otherwise, you can declare here also. Okay, where the data values are present, data members are present. Okay. Now, where to begin I from? So I will always begin from 0 because we are starting from 0, right? First we will take the value of the first index, then second index, then third index, and so on. So I starts from 0. I will be starting from 0, semicolon. Now the condition where the loop will stop. When should the loop stop? See, if the size is 5, it should take the last value at index 4, right? Then it should stop. And if the size is 100, just use common sense. If for 5 it is 4, for if size was 6, it was 5. Then if it was 10, it was 9. If it is 100, then 99. Last from 0 to 99, all the 100 values. That means I mean the loop should end at a value before the size. That means size minus 1. Okay, so I can write I less than equal to size minus 1, or you can also write I less than size. I less than size. If I write I less than size, what will happen? If it is 5, so maximum value I can reach up to is 4. 4 less than size, 5 less than 5 will become false. So it loop will stop. Up to 4 less than 5, the loop will run. Okay. And I plus plus. Opening brace. I plus plus is for updation of the loop. I increases by 1. Okay. So I is equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus. So a, and then what can you do? I need to accept slot in index 0, index 1, index 2. So who are holding these indexes now? I is starting from 0 and going up to size minus 1, right? So if it is 5, from 0 I will be 0, then I will update to 1, 2. So index values are being held by I, right? So as I is having the index values, so can I write I am taking index at value for ith index, that will do all the work, right? So a of 0, instead of writing a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, I can simply write a of I, right? So the value of I will come here. If I is 0, then it will be a of 0. If I is 1, it will be a of 1. Is equal to what? Is equal to what? I am taking input from user, right? So as we are taking here same, a of I is equal to sc dot next int, right? And close the for loop. All your values will be stored. Say while running this loop, user has given the value 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Fine. Hope you have copied this portion, okay, or take a screenshot of this. So I am moving to the next part. Now how to display these elements, right? I have to also display the elements as per the specific requirement, okay. So now, so I'm erasing this portion. Okay, up to this I hope you have copied. So this is my array now, and I have to display the elements. So I will be continuing after that for loop. After that I have taken, so this is a continuation after that. Okay, so when you are going to write this in your copy, it will continue after that for loop. Okay, the a loop in which I have taken the input from the user. Okay, so now I am displaying the elements system.out.println, system.out.println. Your elements are, so again see, I need to accept, I need to access the indexes for displaying these values. Yes or no? How can I access this element? I need to use the index. So in order to use the index, again see, size will never be known to us. That will be given by the programmer. So the user, that will be given by the user. So when being a programmer, you need to use such a logic in every program you write, so that it is applicable for all the inputs. Okay, so that means, see, if I am considering the size variable, whatever be the size, again the loop will run up to size -1. It will start from 0 again. So loop is going to start from 0. I is equal to 0, I less than size, right? Because it will go up to size -1 again, and I plus plus. Now simply display the values like this: system dot out dot println a of I. That's it. So closing of for loop, closing of main, and closing of class. Closing of, because I was writing in the main function, right? It is the continuation of that part. Okay, so closing of for loop, closing of main, closing of class. That's it, right? So this was in Java. This is how simply you can access. So how will it, see, how will it work? So when I is 0, the task is to print a of 0. So output, in the screen it will print 2. Then when I is 1, then it will have a of 1, right? System.out.println a of 1, 4, and in this way, so it will print all the values 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is how it is going to work. Okay, and now if I write the same program in C, the syntax will be overall same, but just instead of system.out.println, we are going to write printf, and there are another separate syntax for taking the input in C. Okay, so clear about the Java code. If I write the same program in C, in case of C, this will be, so I am writing here C code. So first you are going to declare the header files. So hash include stdio.h, right? And then you can write int main. This is the main function in case of C, right? You need to declare the array. So int, first of all, take the name of the array. Now here there is a, you need to look over. See, here we cannot write directly. I need to accept size also from user, right? So do not declare the array here. Declare size take I, because I we are going to need. Okay, then what to write? Printf enter size, okay, slash n for next line, enter size slash n for next line. Also in Java you can use slash n for next line. Okay, as because in Java you're writing system.out.println, println stands for next line, and if I write print system.out.print, print will be in the same line, it will. Okay, now printf enter size slash n. Now take the input of size, scanf mod d comma ampersand size, right? So this done. Now printf enter. I have taken the size, so I now need to declare the array. So t comma int a of size, as simple as that. And printf enter the elements, slash n. And so same like Java it is. For I is equal to 0, I need to access using index here also, so I need a for loop. Same. So for I is equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, opening brace, scanf, because here we are using scanf to take input. That is the syntax of C. So scanf also here, scanf mod d comma and a of I. As simple as that. So printf for printing and scanf for taking the input. In Java also you can also relate. In Java, as because we are using the scanner class, right? So scanning means actually to take input from the user, any kind of input. Okay. So in C we are using scanf. In Java we declare the scanner class, scanner object, and then take the object of the, use the object of scanner class to take the input. And just this is the difference. Other than this, everything is almost same. Okay, as because even the native language of Java is also C. Okay, Java is also designed. The native language of Java is C. So syntax will be more or less similar. But as because Java is made an object-oriented programming language, so everything, for every purpose, we need to declare an object of the class. So for every purpose, there is a class in the packages. So we need to declare object of those class and use those objects to do the specific tasks. In case of C, that is not the case, right? In case of C programming language, we are not requiring any object. See, till now did we declare any object? Did we call any class? There is no concept of class or objects in C. Okay. Now, so this is done. We have taken the input. Input of each element you have taken. That's all. Now you need to print the elements. So again I am raising it, or I will be getting. So just after this it will be, I am continuing, right? After this I am continuing. Okay, so I am erasing this portion. Whatever I will be writing now, this will be a continuation after this. Okay, so just so see, now printf. So this is the continuation. Your elements are slash n. Your elements are. So for I is equal to 0, as I have already declared I in the integer portion, right? You will continue after that, only after that for loop. Okay. I less than size right, in the same way as Java. And just what do we need to do? We need to print it, printf. And now, as because this, see, we need access specifier for, I mean not access specifier, format specifier for the data type, for a particular data type. So as because I'm going to print integer, so this is modulus d for decimal number system. So integer, okay, integer type, and then a of I, printf a of I, closing of for loop. Then as because main function was of integer type, so write a return 0, any values you can give here, and then closing of, okay, closing of main. So that was all about arrays. This is how you declare it, okay, this is how we declare arrays, and this is how we can write a code of it, okay. These are just the basic operations I have performed about array. Now there can be many questions regarding array. How the questions come, they may ask you to reverse the elements, in the array. See, there are two things. One is you are printing the array in the reverse order. That is easy. You can start the I loop from size -1 and go up to 0 from the reverse order. If you come and print the element, so it will get printed in the reverse order. But the question will be like, you need to reverse the array. So that means, so 10 will be coming in 0 index, 8 will be coming in index 1, 6 will stay in 2, 4 will come in index 3, 2 will go to index, this way. So these are a few questions that may come, which we will be discussing in the next video. Okay, so thank you, till then, bye bye, take care of your family.